Involving Canadians in Mexico. 2 have been killed in a shooting at a resort.
A town hall peppered in bullet holes.
Tainted alcohol while traveling in Mexico.
When an American tourist is killed in Mexico.
During the search for a missing Australian mother.
Let's be honest. The mainstream media doesn't tend to paint Mexico in a very joyful light. Or a lot of other developing countries for that matter. But is Mexico really as dangerous as it's made out to be? That's what I'm here to find out in my first stop, Mexico City. So you've just arrived in Mexico City, and maybe like us, you have done as close to zero planning as possible. Where should you go? What should you do? What should you eat? These are important questions. Honestly, we don't really know, hence the zero planning part. But we've got a couple spots in mind that we found last night and this morning, so let's go check them out. So me and Felicia are staying in a little area called, it's not actually a little area, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's called Roma. It's supposed to be the kind of cool, young, hip, safe area of Mexico City. It's definitely felt that way. It feels like a lot more of a suburban sort of community instead of a very metropolitan area. A lot of really cool cafes, a lot of really good street food, other little cool shops and bars and everything scattered around. But today we are going to head to
Mexico Centro, basically.
the historical center of the city. One of the first things we did when we got here, instead of taking Ubers and a cab or whatever else, a bus, we decided to take the subway. It was definitely a little bit chaotic since we had our big travel bags and it was the middle of rush hour. But it was really fun, and we are going to continue on that train today because it's also very, very cheap. And if you're traveling on a budget like us, every dollar you save counts. Okay, so we made it to the center here of Mexico City. After that, oh my gosh, it's so dark. That whole fun experience / ordeal on the subway costs 5 pesos per trip. It's like 25 cents US, or for us, it's about 50 cents. It's definitely seems to be full all day long. We were getting packed in that last one there like sardines, but still a pretty cool experience. Either way, it's an easy way to get around. It's fast, it's cheap, and it's a cool experience, so highly recommend. Take the subway when you're in Mexico City. Okay, this may be the most important stop of the day we're at now. We are now at
Los Cocuyos?
Taqueria Los Cocuyos. This was apparently Anthony Bourdain's favorite taco place in Mexico City.
Near the Zocalo, the main square in Mexico City, wet tacos. All those lovely choice bits bubbling away in a big pot.
Wow, who would have thought? Right was the way to go.
These things, by the way, became the constant crew meal for the entire shoot, meaning this was the preferred dining option for all of us, even when the cameras weren't rolling.
They've got a big pot of all kinds of meat. Every bit of meat, tongue, brain, bum, balls, face, nose, everything you could ever imagine. And we are gonna try it all. Should we just do one of each?
I don't know about one of each. No, that's a lot.
As you can see here with the sign, we've tried to use Google Translate to decipher what these things are. Unfortunately, Google Translate doesn't really work for everything, so we're just gonna kind of roll with it and see what happens. All right, what do we order?
We got dos champachano and dos suadero.
Which is?
So champachano is like a mixture of meat, and suadero is like it's just beef.
Oh, so we got the mystery meat one?
We have the assortment meat.
Pretty much all of these are 19 pesos a piece, which is the equivalent of, I don't know, about $1 US. For us, it's like $1.80 New Zealand. Maybe this is mystery meat. Oh. This is also why you don't trust Google reviews. A lot of people were saying because Bourdain was here, it's overrated. These are unreal. We just had 2. That was nowhere near enough. We're gonna need to have it. Probably another 3, 4 more each. Maybe 5, 6, 7. Maybe just buy the whole menu. I don't know. I'm actually really unsure about this one. Am I going?
Yeah.
All right, so round 3 now. I've gone with the eyeball. What is it? Ojo. I'm adventurous, but I didn't expect it to look this unappetizing. It's actually good. I think the only thing that makes it not good is the thought of eating eyeballs. But it's actually pretty tasty. Okay, it's falling apart on me here. Would I recommend this over the others we had? No. Is it as awful as you think it would be? No. Worth a try, definitely. All right, so that was absolutely worth every penny. That I think so far, I think that's got to be my #1 recommendation for Mexico City. Taqueria Los... What?
Taqueria Los Cocuyos, I think. We'll put the name in here.
The name's right here. We're still working on our Spanish. It's dream flavored. All right, well, today's been the perfect mix of chaotic and awesome. Everything you'd really ever want in your first day of a new city you've never been before. But my travel legs clearly have not come back yet. My feet hurt. And we both got work to do, so we're gonna head back to the place and wrap this day up. We're going down here. Woo! I think I'd call that a successful day. Now, if you haven't seen any of my past videos, then you probably won't get this, but if you have, you'll understand that I'm really leaning into the not planning anything. What do you do if you haven't planned anything? More like it. Now, generally, the answer or the outcome is the same every time, including even right now. I have not planned what I'm going to be saying at all. There's no script. When you get to a new place, get out there, look around, talk to people, explore, just figure it out. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But when you have a plan, you set yourself up for disappointment. Or not. Maybe that's why I don't plan things so much. One thing I can say for certain though, the historic center of Mexico, boatloads to do. You could probably spend a couple days there. So many restaurants, so many stores. Man, if you're looking to buy some stuff, there was a lot of really cool cheap stores there. Anthony Bourdain is never wrong about the food he eats. That's at least what I've encountered every place I've gone that he has. This was no exception. And finally, one of the overarching themes of this Mexico trip is going to be based around the safety of this place. Why am I emphasizing safety so much? I'm generally not a very safe person, but the main reason is, especially on this trip we're going on, we've had a lot of people say to us, be careful, be super careful. Mexico is very, very dangerous. And yes, I'm aware of the dangers here. In my opinion though, I don't think they are any more extreme than a lot of the other countries I've visited. And I guess my point is, don't listen to the news so much, or your family, or your friends even, unless they've experienced something themselves. Even then, you gotta come to these places and see for yourselves. So far, Mexico City has felt extremely safe. Not once have me or Felicia felt like we've been in danger. It has only been 2 days. And if something does happen, I'm gonna be honest about it. But so far, seems like a very, very safe city to me. Now, we have some super exciting stuff planned for this weekend, and I am pumped to share it with you guys. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.